Hello, so in previous two videos we learned about slope of a line and also some basic differentiation. So in this lecture, first I want to talk about is the equation of the tangent. So it's a very useful concept, and we will at the end of the lecture we will also learn more methods of differentiation, and those are product rule and quotient rule. So that will be at the end of the lecture, product rule and the quotient rule. But first we want to learn about equation of the tangent. So what we have is the same kind of function that we had last time. So we have y is equal to fx, and what we want to do at some point on the curve, let's say x naught comma y naught, let's say this x naught comma y naught which lies on the curve. At this point we want to find the equation of the line that touches the curve. We want to find this line, but we want to find the equation of this line that touches the curve at this point. So, and how to calculate that? So what we need is the 1 point form. Because to construct a straight line we need a point and a direction, and we have learned the idea of the direction. How do we get the idea of the direction? We know the slope of the tangent at any point is equal to the dy by dx, or the differentiation. So we have learned that. So dy by dx, as we have learned by the first principle, or by the last lecture, we know that this is the slope of the tangent, right? And but dy by dx at some particular point x naught comma y naught. So 1 point form, as we remember, 1 point form is y minus y naught upon x minus x naught, delta y by delta x was m, right? So m times x minus x naught, and so we have this point, and we have this idea of the direction also, the slope of the tangent also. So the direction, for the direction, since we know this by definition, slope of the tangent is this, so we can use the equation of the tangent as dy by dx, at point x naught y naught into x minus x naught. Let's do an example, and let's see how to find this equation in a particular example. Let's see. So let's assume a very simple curve. Let's say y is equal to x square. So it's a very simple curve, and we might have an idea that this looks like this, right? Y is equal to x square goes like this: 0 0, 1 पे 1, 2 पे 4, 3 पे 9, minus 1 पे भी 1, 2 पे 4. And what we want to do is differentiate this, and I want to find what will be the equation of the tangent at x is equal to 1. Find equation of tangent at x is equal to 1. Okay. So first of all, we need to figure out what is the point itself. So point can be found by using our function. So we have x is 1, so at y, when x is 1, y will be 1 square, and it will be also 1. So the point is 1 comma 1, right? So at this point 1 comma 1, I want to find the equation of the tangent. So it is y was x square, so y is 1 square and y is 1. So my point is 1 comma 1, and now I need to figure out what is the direction. What is the direction at this point? So I can differentiate the original function. I can find dy by dx. So what is dy by dx? Differentiation of this function x square will be 2 times x. That is very simple. And dy by dx at the point 1 comma 1. So this function on the right side is just a function of x. It could have been a function of x and y both. So we just put the values 2 into x ka value is 1 and that is 2. The slope is 2. So what is the equation of the tangent at that point? Equation of the tangent is y minus 1 is equal to twice of x minus 1, and we can open this bracket. We have y minus 1 is equal to 2x minus 2, y is equal to 2x minus 1. So this becomes the equation of the line. And does it pass through 1 comma 1? Yes, it does pass through 1 comma 1. We can make kind of a box that like we used to do in class 10th for the straight line, and we can try to plot it. Okay, where will this line go from? So 1 comma 1 is somewhere symmetrical, right? 1 and 1, and this line, let's say xy, I can make a box like in class 10th, and I can say is at 0 answer is minus 1, at 1 आंसर इज 1, 2 पे आंसर क्या आ रहा है, 2 पे आंसर 3 आ रहा है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल -1 पे भी हम निकाल सकते हैं. -1 पे द आंसर इज 2 into -1, right? So -3. Okay. So what I have is this line passes through 1 1, 0 पे आंसर इज -1, 2 पे आंसर इज 3, and -1 पे आंसर इज -3. So it is like this. Okay, so this is like, this is my 1 1, this is my 2 3, and this is like -0 comma -1, and there is one more point which I can draw below. Maybe I can remove this one. So but yeah, so this line, as we see, it looks like it touches the curve, right? And it does. So because we found it by the equation of the tangent. Now let's do one more example, and let's say find equation of tangent to the curve y is equal to e to the power x at x is equal to 1. So very simple question, because differentiation of e to the power x is very simple. So first we need to figure out what is the point, but many of you will say we do not have any idea what is e to the power x. So e is just an irrational number. E is just an irrational number. So it is just like pi, but its value is approximately 2.71 or 2.73, but it goes on after that. So it does not repeat and it keeps on going on. So it's an irrational number. And this function is just like y is equal to 2 to the power x, or फिर y is equal to 3 to the power x, or 10 to the power x. E is just a number, right? It is just some number to the power x. So and these types of functions generally look like this. They look like this. They pass through the points, because when x is 0, anything to the power 0 is 1. And for example, if I'm talking about this function, तो 1 पे आंसर 2 आएगा, 2 पे 4 आएगा, 3 पे 8 आएगा, right? 2 cube, 4 पे 2 की power 4, 16. So it will increase very fast. And यहाँ पे you will get the inverted powers. You can look into e to the power x के functions, but e to the power x will be some function that will look like this. And I want to find at x is equal to 1, at this point x is equal to 1. So what will be the tangent? So this looks like the point, and we want to find the equation of this line that touches the curve at this point, right? We want to find the equation of the line that touches the curve at this point. Okay, let's see if we can find that. It seems to be a very simple job. We have the x, so we have the function y is equal to fx, yeah, y is equal to e to the power x. So at let's say at, I'm sorry, we had to do at x is equal to 1, so we can maybe slide the point at x is equal to 1, I'm sorry. So this might be the point, right? So we want to find the tangent here. Okay, so at x is equal to 1. What is the value of y? That is e to the power 1. That is y is e. Okay. So this point is 1 comma e. I'm sorry. So 2 pe value will be of course e square 3 pe e cube. And at this point, so the point has now become 1 comma e. At this point, we want to first find dy by dx. So dy by dx will be same as e to the power x, because differentiation of e to the power x, our function was y was e to the power x. So this was at x is equal to 1, and we found this point, and then we differentiated the function, and let's put the value 1 comma e inside e to the power x, the difference, so that we can find the slope of the tangent, right? So slope of the tangent we'll put, since there is no y here, we will just put the value of x. The answer is, the slope is also e. The slope is also e, which is approximately 2.73. So 1.7 is 60 degrees, so it is greater than 60 degrees. And equation of the tangent, by definition it will be y minus y naught into slope of the tangent into x minus x naught. It is y minus e, the point is 1 comma e, is equal to slope of the tangent e into x minus 1. So we have y minus e is equal to ex minus e, and the e cancels, and we have y is equal to ex. Okay, e times x. Why we have y is equal to e times x. E cancels. So what does that say? So first of all, this curve looks like it passes through origin, right? 0 comma 0. And can we draw a simple diagram and maybe see if it is going to origin? Let's see. So it passes through this point 0 comma 1, and then it goes to 1 comma e, 0 1, and 1 comma e. And at 1 comma e we were trying to find the tangent, and it looks like what is happening is the line has a slope e, and the line also passes through the origin, right? And we got the line to be y is equal to ex, right? E times x at the point 1 comma e. So now I move to the second part of this lecture, that is the product rule. Hopefully the equation of the tangent is fine with everyone. So all you have to do is differentiate the function. At that point you have to find the slope of the tangent, and you can use the one point form. So you require a direction and a point. Now the product rule. So since we want to extend on our idea of differentiation, so the product rule. So first of all, we will be not proving the rule, but we will be actually checking the rule, and we will be doing certain calculations with that. But the rule says if you have a function y is equal to fx into gx, so that is multiplication of two functions, then dy by dx will be differentiation of the first function f dash x into gx. So we have differentiated the first function and kept the second one same, and then addition with first function remains same and second function's differentiation. So in short form, you can sometimes remember like this: if you have u into v, and the differentiation of this will be u dash v plus uv dash, the short form of this formula. Now, how to use this? So let's do an example. And first example will be like we will be checking if the formula really works. So how do I believe does it work? So let's say I'll give you a simple polynomial. Let's say x to the power 8. Okay. So you can find the dy by dx for that. So dy by dx for x to the power 8 is 8 times x to the power 7, right? We learned that in the last lecture. 8 outside, 8 minus 1 power, so 8 to the power 7. And what I want to do, I want to write x to the power 8 as product of any two functions. So what do I mean by that? Maybe I can write x cube into x to the power 5, right? Okay, this is x to the power 8, and these two things look like in a product, right? They are in multiplication. So let me apply this rule and check if I get the same answer. If I get the same answer, then I should believe this formula works, right? So dy by dx using the product rule will be d dx of the first function, that is x cube, into x5 remains same, plus x cube into d dx of x5, right? So differentiation of the first function, second function remains same, first function remains same, second function ka differentiation, and we have 3 times x square as a differentiation of x cube, x to the power 5 remains same, plus x cube into 5 times x to the power 4. And do we get the same answer? Yes. So we get 3 times x to the power 7 plus 5 times x to the power 7, and that is 8 times x to the power 7, and which is the same result, right? So product rule first of all works. So product rule works, and you can prove it using the Taylor series expansion in the differentiation chapter. But right now let's do a second example. Let's differentiate a simple function. Let's say y is equal to e to the power x into x. Let's say x times e to the power x. So dy by dx using the product rule. So I will remember the rule कि दो चीज़ों का product में differentiation is u dash v plus uv dash. X का differentiation I know is 1, correct? And e to the power x differentiation is e to the power x. So I write these formulas and I write the result. What will be the dy by dx? Dy by dx will be d dx of first function into e to the power x remaining same plus x remaining same into d dx of e to the power x, and that is 1 into e to the power x plus x into e to the power x. You can take e to the power x common, and then you have 1 plus x. Okay, moving to the second example. Maybe let's say we can do differentiation of, let's say, sin x into cos x. So some of you might know some trigonometric ways to combine these two, but right now we are just differentiating. So dy by dx, so differentiation of the first function, d dx of sin x, cos x remains same, plus sin x into d dx of cos x. Sin x ka differentiation is cos x, so we have cos x into cos x plus sin x, and differentiation of cos x is minus sin x. So we get cos square x minus sin square x. Okay, so I will leave as it is, and some people will say, we know this something from, if I just said 2 sin x cos x, some people will say 2 sin 2x, and some people will say cos 2x. So they are, of course, sin 2x ka differentiation will be related to cos 2x, but yeah, product rule, you get the same answers. Now let's move to the quotient rule. So last rule for this lecture, quotient rule. So well, this rule is very similar as the product rule. It's almost looks the same, but there is some difference. If we have a function y is equal to fx divided by gx, so now two functions are being divided. So dy by dx we want to write as first come first serve. Differentiation of first function, gx remains same, then differentiation, first function remains same, and second function ka differentiation, but instead of a positive sign there's a negative sign in between, and divided by नीचे वाले function, the denominator square. Sometimes it is written as u by v. Differentiation, if you can create an arrow, is u dash v minus uv dash by v square, short form. So for this one, for example, we can check this one also. Right now we can say if we have y is equal to, let's say, same example, x to the power 8. So we already know the differentiation will be 8 times x to the power 7, right? And we can do the same answer by quotient rule. So you can maybe write y x to the power 8 as division of two functions. So maybe I can write x to the power 13 divided by x to the power 5. Okay. So you will say why I am complicating such a simple expression. But I should not, but I can check. These two are being divided and they are equal to x to the power 8. And dy by dx I get as first function's differentiation. So let me write it a little directly. 13x 12. Second function remains same, x5. Negative and sign in between. x13 remains same. And 5 x to the power 5 differentiation is 5x4 divided by x5, which is the denominator, whole square. Correct. Now dy by dx is equal to, so please check, differentiation of the numerator, denominator remains same, minus sign, numerator, and differentiation of denominator square using this formula. And what we have is 13 times x to the power 17 minus 5 times x to the power 17 divided by x to the power 10, and dy by dx is 8 times x to the power 17 by x to the power 10, and that is 8 times x to the power 7. No change in the answer, right? No change in the answer. So the quotient rule also works. So in the last lecture I said we will derive certain formulas, so like some trigonometric formulas, so that can be actually derived by quotient rule. For example, tan x का derivative I just said last lecture में it is secant square x, but we will be using two assumptions right now कि sin x का derivative everyone knows is cos x, and everyone knows cos x का derivative is minus sin x. And we want to differentiate now y is equal to tan x, right? And we want to find the answer to be secant square x. And how can we do that? So the idea is fairly simple. We will use the quotient rule. We will use u by v dash is u dash v minus uv dash by v square, the differentiation of this function. And you will say I don't see a division, but yes, we have sin x by cos x, assuming those two formulas are correct and you remember them also. So dy by dx will be differentiation of the first function d dx of sin x into, let's say, cos x remains same minus sin x remains same into d dx of cos x, the denominator, divided by denominator whole square. So what we have is sin x differentiation is cos x, so cos x into cos x, that is cos square x, and minus sin x into differentiation of cos x is, let me use the expanded form first, cos x into cos x minus into sin x into minus sin x, right? Because cos x has a differentiation of minus sin x, you can see it here, divided by cos square x. So at this time in the numerator we get cos square x plus sin square x by cos square x. So numerator becomes 1. So this is 1 by cos square x, and the answer is secant square x. So the differentiation of tan x is secant square x. We can do it by the quotient rule. And so maybe as now you can prove, now it's very easy, right? Yeah, you can prove that cot x has a differentiation of, it should be very easy for you, no? Cot x has a differentiation of minus cos x square x. Last question for this. Maybe we can try secant x, differentiation of secant x. And maybe if you remember, dy by dx was secant x into tan x, right? So this is what we want to prove. And for this also, we will be also using just basic quotient rule. So you will say this is not division of any two functions. I'll say yes, there is a function 1, right? 1 by cos x, right? And I'm assuming I know Sin x का differentiation is cos x, and cos x का differentiation I know is minus sin x. So let's use this and find this result. So dy by dx, so it is ddx of 1 into cos x minus dd, so I'm sorry, 1 remains same into ddx of cos x divided by denominator whole square, cos x whole square. And what do we get? We get cos x difference. So some people will say यहाँ पे आएगा sin x. So sorry, this is 0 into cos x. I'm sorry, the differentiation of 1 is 0, so the 1 into cos 0 into cos x minus 1 times differentiation of cos x, that is minus sin x, right? So 1 into minus sin x divided by cos square x. So what we are basically left with is cos x, cos x is gone now. What we are left with is sin x by cos square x, right? And this should be decomposed. You can write sin x by cos square x as sin x by cos x into 1 by cos x. So 1 by cos x is secant x and sin x by cos x is tan x. So I get tan x into secant x. And which makes our answer to be correct. So you can, if you don't remember these formulas for now, you can derive them using quotient rule. It's a good practice for remembering the formulas and learning the quotient rule. Hopefully you enjoyed this lecture also. See you in the next one.